To the question of whether the idea of the bubble gives people an excuse to be ignorant, I don't believe that's the case. I don't believe it's an excuse. I believe it's the cause of why a lot of us have this ignorance. I was away, so when I was in kindergarten, I used to leave my hair, I have very ethnic, floofy hair, it's huge. And for me, I had never had a problem before kindergarten with my hair. And when I had gotten into kindergarten, not kindergarten, I think it was somewhere in elementary school, it was back to school night, and my mom, who, as we know, is really big on my education, went after my teacher, and she was like, hey, I just want to talk about my kid, and she was super excited. Do you have any feedback? And the teacher, bless her heart, was the sweetest person, was always nice to me, nothing bad I could say about her. Looked at my mom and said, it's just all that hair. And my mom just was like, is there anything educational comment on? Like, is her reading level great? Like, and the teacher was like, yeah, but the fact that she said all that hair, for 13 years, I've been in this district for 13 years, I have straightened my hair since that point. And I had straightened my hair until last summer. I went away to a research opportunity where multiple people were Indian and multiple people were minorities who had hair like mine. And walking in, I felt all great with my straightened hair, and I walked in and I saw 20 or 30 kids, young Indian girls, with the same hair I had. And the more and more, I was at that camp for 6 weeks. It took me 3 weeks to stop straightening my hair. And at that point, I felt beautiful. I felt seen. I felt like my hair wasn't an abnormality and a sea of people who had straight hair. And that might seem like the smallest thing, but when you're forced to straighten away your identity every single day, it's not the smallest thing. And so standing there, when I saw someone's hair who was straight, I didn't feel envious. I didn't feel alone. I felt like I had people at my shoulder who knew what I was going through and who would stand next to me if someone had all that hair and say no. And I've always had my mom who's done that for me, but to have someone else who didn't have to do that for me, but would anyway, was a powerful experience. So, long answer to a short question. I have been able to connect with people outside of LO, but when you only have a me with hair like that in LO, you don't give other students the opportunity to not see all that hair because it doesn't become normal to them. So the same way it became normalized to me when I saw those 20 to 30 other students is the same way it should become normal to every other student in our district. So rather than treating our bubble as an excuse to be ignorant, we should see the ways that we can normalize what already exists in our bubble. We have 25% of our students are minorities, and we don't really recognize that. So the more we actually identify the diversity in our community and say, hey, how can we amplify this? How can we normalize this? How can we make this discussion something that we celebrate? The more that our bubble is going to dissolve by itself.